I combined my abstract painting style, my love for nature, and my goal of creating more functional art to create my first ceramics collection. If you've been keeping up with my ceramics videos of me in the studio, you'd see that I'm making a collection and I have a bunch of pieces that have been glazed, and I'm really excited about how it's turning out. My goal is for them to be in a show or exhibition of some sort. I did apply to two. Unfortunately, I did not get into them. However, I did also apply to two artist residencies, which would be amazing for me to have that space to create more. And I'm still waiting to hear back. So fingers crossed that I do get one or both of those, and I will keep you posted. In the meantime, I am creating more pieces for this collection and testing out what process works well and how I can dry things better because unfortunately, because my pieces are flat, they tend to warp while drying depending on what surface I'm drying them on, and I need to figure out a way to keep them level. So I do want to go through the pieces that I have so far from my collection that are completely done and might be for sale at some point in the future. The first two pieces that were completed were these two vessels. And right now I'm just using them to hold my paintbrushes and some paint, but you could essentially use them to hold anything. And I just like that it's a decorative piece. You can put it on your coffee table, you can put it on your desk, and it's also functional. The balls on these represent flower buds, and the shapes are taken directly from my abstract watercolor paintings. I also have a taller version of that that is just plain, and this uses the same shape as well. I also created two incense holders that are wider, and they also have that ball flower bud motif in these as well. Some pieces that I have drying or in bisque are a lamp base, which is just a taller version. I also have two plain ones that are shorter. I also have three single candlestick holders, and then I have a bigger candlestick holder that holds three candles in it. I do also plan on making some more incense holders, but that's all the pieces that I have working on or finished for now. I'm constantly thinking of new ways and ideas on how I can push this theme a little bit further. So very excited to see what comes about. And then eventually when I do get my show, or I do join a group exhibition, I'm excited to see it all come together. I'm back in the studio today and I'm doing a little experiment because the last time I made incense holders, they came out warped. So I'm trying to figure out what the best way to dry them is. I have one drying on a piece of wood, and it's the flattest wood piece that I could find because if the wood is warped, obviously the piece is going to be warped too. But we're limited on wood pieces, so I'm trying to find alternatives. The other option I'm trying is a tile. So I have a smaller one here on this tile. So I'm seeing what that's like. And then the other option is a plastic bat, and hopefully that will keep it flat if I dry it for a majority of the time on there and then maybe transfer it to something else. The issue is because I have this ball here for the actual incense, it's not completely flat, so I can't flip it over because then that would mess this up. The other thing that I saw actually was using a bag of beans or rice to keep it flat. And now that it's kind of dry, I can put it on there without it indenting the clay. So I think I might try that too. But I only have one bag and I have like 7 incense holders. So that's going to throw it off a little bit, my experiment. But hopefully I figure out what works and then I can actually start selling because I've been getting a lot of questions when I'm going to start selling my pieces, and I'm not going to sell them until I can figure out how to properly dry them so that they dry flat. and they don't warp and get all messed up. So that's what I'm working on today. I'm working on some more pieces for the collection, and that's it. I'm not sure that the tile method is the best one because I lost two that were drying on the tile, and these were all made at the same time. And the crack, oh, now three. Wonderful. The cracks are very strange. So I'm a little confused because the tile is not absorbing any water. And now the edges of this flipped up, so that's not even straight, but it did pop off eventually, which is good. This one survived without cracks, but the center is more elevated than the edges, and this is the opposite. The edges are more elevated than the center, and this one has a crack. So the quest continues to figure out what the best method is to dry these completely flat without warping. This is another one. Oh, might have to toss these and try again. Here's another one. This one came off good. And it looks, nope. Yeah, he can see there, under there versus here. And this is the first time this has ever happened to me. I've made a bunch of these, like this vessel, and I've never gotten a crack along here in all of the ones that I've made, and this one cracked. So my assumption is that this is drying too fast, maybe, and then that's why it's like the suction onto the tile, and that's causing this and the other cracks in the other ones. So, and this is not even fully dry. It's not even coming off yet. This one too. There's a crack along here. Okay, so the tiles, no go. Definitely not, because I've lost more pieces doing them on tiles than I have ever before.